Hey everybody, welcome back to more Manhattan Project. I am still Nigera.
And I guess I'm still deceitful penguin.
Yes, I was wanting to hear that amazing line about, I guess Morphix doesn't pay for his electrical bill. Because, we'll find out over the course of this level that Duke has some very odd priorities as we go through this mysterious underground factory of sorts.
I always wonder about how Duke thinks, because they imply that he does think, but then what is his background in education? Did he finish high school? Does he have a diploma and anything?
Well, I mean, if you remember back to the first and second game, as far as I can tell...
Looks like Morphix puts worker safety first, right after everything.
Oh god, the line's horrible. But yeah, as far as I can tell, he was magically created by the CIA to die, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, apparently Duke is very concerned about safety standards and Morphix's underground factory. Just, weird priorities all around.
Yeah, I mean, looking at all these guard railings, he does seem to take safety somewhat seriously, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell there's a bit of disrepair. You could have some safety cones around. You could have some caution tape. I mean, I don't know what the safety standards are in your Icelandic home.
They're very strict, but
Very.
yeah, because we're strict, because we're in a Scandinavian country. So we just, yeah, there has to be a lot of support for workers and shit.
Yeah, I can imagine that falling into ice holes and being mugged by polar bears is it's pretty rampant there.
No, mostly the people that are working in industry here are working for the aluminum power smelters, and then you have the problems of a bunch of idiots driving around tanks full of 1,000-degree boiling aluminum and shit.
That sounds
I mean,
actually like it sounds like a wacky sitcom waiting to happen.
There's this one guy that a friend of mine works at a smelting plant, and he was telling me stories about it. Like this one time, this guy forgets to turn it off when he's like they're moving these like forklift things around. They're filling them up with aluminum, and then they go pour it off somewhere or some shit.
Yeah.
And one of the guys up there forgets to turn it off, so it's leaking on the floor. And this other guy is just walking there, and he's like, "Holy fucking shit! There's molten aluminum coming towards me." So coming towards me, and he was like, "Holy fuck!" So he jumps up and grabs onto a pipe and hangs onto the goddamn pipe for like I don't know how long it was, like a few hours.
Few hours.
Yeah, because it's not really simple. See what happens?
So there is life.
Yeah, I mean there's danger everywhere. There's instant death spikes. There's molten aluminum.
Yeah.
It's just natural selection waiting to occur.
And a We Think reference. Oh boy.
Yes.
Who wants to glow in the dark?
So we live.
But yeah. But I should also point out the fact that we did get a new weapon, the pulse cannon, I think it's called.
Morphix's energy conservation plan.
It's good in the case of it runs off glue, so that's a good way to get rid of extra glue. And it does a reasonable amount of damage. It's just it requires you to charge up the shot to really get the maximum amount of damage. And usually if you're sitting there trying to charge up a shot, you're also standing there getting shot in the face. So it's not really my preferential weapon.
I love how topical Duke is. The lights are off. I guess he's saving the electricity.
You must be a conservationist and a murderer. That must be a real.
I could murder for a burger made out of endangered child meat.
I was gonna say it's probably like a mortal choice at the end of the game where he's like, well, Morphix is a conservationist, but he's also killing people and turning them into mutants. I'm not really certain if we should kill him or not.
Well, you see, if this was a BioWare RPG, those would be your two options, and then the third option would be to sex him the fuck up.
On aisle 4.
Well, I mean, it could happen. There could be some third magical ending where Morphix gets hit by some kind of
Babification rate.
like sexy gloop. And he's like, well, I mean, his voice would still be the same, except now he would be like in a wet t-shirt or something. And Duke would be like, breast, penis, tits.
I love the idea of Duke just living his normal life, going into a grocery store. Like, he picks up, you know, a bag of ice cubes. Looks like I just got iced.
Looks like we're gonna have to put this on ice.
Yeah, and like picks up his whiskey and like puts it on. I'm gonna pay you or something. Like stupid one-liners throughout it.
You would make a horrible Duke.
Yes, I'm not good at one-liners, but like living his everyday normal life, making commentaries about everything.
Well, I think what we would consider a normal life, in reference to Duke, would probably put him into a coma, and that he needs constant adrenaline pumping to at least 99% of his body. Otherwise, he just shuts down. Like, he's kind of like a bear, except the winter time for him is most of his life until sexy babes need saving. And then, like, his pheromones kick in, he's like, time to wake up.
That's an interesting theory, but
Babes, bullets, bugs.
how?
Damn,
Why
I
do you
like
think
this
he's
stuff.
a bear though? He's not wearing a hairy.
I can't really think of any other hibernating animals.
You saw some Duke Slash, didn't you?
I've lived some Duke Slash. Every time I do commentary, I'm wearing a red tank top, and not jeans so much as jorts, which are jean shorts. For those not in the jargon know, but they're a lot more comfortable. They let my balls breathe a lot easier.
Tell us more about your balls, pal.
Well, I mean, for those who haven't played the expansions to Duke Nukem 3D, they're awful. But I would say go watch Connor's LPs of them. They're not too difficult to find. But one of them was Duke It Out in the Caribbean or something like that, or Duke in the Caribbean. And I don't think you ever see Duke from the waist down in that, but I assume he might have been wearing jorts to let his balls breathe freely.
I would think he would much rather be wearing like khaki Bermudas.
This might be a bit too preppy for him.
But
I know you prefer them.
no,
Hawaiian t-shirts.
I don't know about, you know, khaki essentially. I mean, I just usually do cotton. And why is he? No, he was the second coming of Jesus. He was walking on air, Paul.
He was walking on an invisible artifacted pixel polygon.
Just like they said in the Bible that Jesus would.
Clean up on aisle 4.
Yeah, there was that one time when Jesus was programming and the other programmers are like, we only have one polygon, how can we finish this? And Jesus like touches the polygon, boom, it turns into a bunch of polygons.
Yep.
Or he takes some code and he splits the code in half and HTML is born. I don't know. I don't know why there's boxes. I don't know why this is a secret. As far as I can tell, the only thing you got out of this secret was some pipe bombs. And granted, I do enjoy pipe bombs because, as you can tell, I prefer the pipe bomb launcher. But it's not really that much of a secret.
I love that he has a launcher for an improvised weapon. You would think that the improvised for a launcher for launching improvised weapon would be an improvised weapon as well. Nope, it's fucking rocket launcher.
Yeah, they have some, like, Morphix had some specially pre-made weaponry. Except, oddly enough, you never see any of the enemies actually wield this. Like, pretty much any of the gloop-based weapons, you never see the enemies wield.
Something tells me this won't pass any safety inspections.
And he doesn't even mention OSHA.
What would OSHA think of this conveyor belt contraption?
I don't see any per safety gates.
Yeah, also, I'm really glad they went through all the effort to leave the background a complete, utter void. Like, seriously, who would have thought, like, a solid black background was even appropriate?
It's as black as the
Either way.
soul.
Yeah, either way, that's the end of the level. We'll see you next time for more Manhattan Project.
Oh yeah, baby.